Have you ever wondered why some people seem to move through life with an unshakable sense of certainty, while others are constantly plagued by doubt and hesitation? What if I told you that the difference isn't talent, luck, or even intelligence, but rather a set of simple daily habits rooted in ancient Stoic wisdom? Today, we're going to dive deep into 12 powerful Stoic habits that will help you silence your doubts, build rock-solid confidence, and transform the way you see yourself and the world around you. These aren't just empty motivational phrases. These are practical, time-tested principles that have helped countless individuals, from ancient philosophers to modern leaders, overcome their inner critics and step into their full potential. Before we begin, I ask that you leave your like, subscribe to the channel, and activate notifications so you don't miss any new content. Now let's begin part 1. Understanding the nature of doubt. Before we explore the habits that will silence your doubts, it's essential to understand what doubt really is and where it comes from. Doubt isn't just a fleeting feeling of uncertainty, it's a deep-rooted voice in your mind that questions your worth, your abilities, and your decisions. The Stoics understood that doubt emerges not from external circumstances, but from our own judgments and perceptions. Marcus Aurelius, the great Roman emperor and Stoic philosopher, once wrote that we are often more disturbed by our opinions about things than by the things themselves. This means that doubt is largely a product of how we interpret events, not the events themselves. When you understand this, you begin to see that you have far more control over your doubts than you ever imagined. Doubt thrives in the absence of clarity, purpose, and self-awareness. It feeds on comparison, feeds on past failures, and grows stronger when we allow our minds to wander into territories of what-ifs and worst-case scenarios. But here's the truth. Doubt is not your enemy. It's a signal, a messenger, trying to tell you something about your beliefs, your preparation, or your alignment with your values. The Stoics teach us not to suppress doubt, but to examine it with reason and courage. By doing so, we strip it of its power and transform it into a tool for growth. So as we move forward, remember this: the goal isn't to eliminate doubt entirely, but to develop habits that prevent doubt from controlling your actions and decisions. Now let's explore the first habit. Habit 1. Start your day with purposeful reflection. The way you begin your morning sets the tone for your entire day. Many people wake up and immediately dive into distractions, scrolling through their phones, checking emails, or rushing into tasks without any mental preparation. This reactive approach leaves you vulnerable to doubt because you haven't anchored yourself in purpose. The Stoics practiced a morning ritual called premeditatio malorum, which means the premeditation of evils. This isn't about being pessimistic, it's about mentally preparing for challenges so that when they arise, you're not caught off guard. Epictetus taught that we should begin each day by reminding ourselves of what is within our control and what is not. This simple practice creates a powerful mental framework that reduces anxiety and doubt. Here's how you can apply this habit. Every morning before you do anything else, sit quietly for 5 to 10 minutes. Take a few deep breaths and ask yourself these questions. What is my purpose today? What challenges might I face? How will I respond with virtue and reason? What am I grateful for right now? By reflecting on these questions, you align your mind with your values and prepare yourself mentally for whatever the day brings. This ritual doesn't take long, but its impact is profound. You'll notice that doubt has less room to grow when your mind is already focused on purpose, clarity, and gratitude. Habit 2. Practice negative visualization. One of the most misunderstood Stoic practices is negative visualization. People often think it's about being pessimistic or expecting the worst, but that's not accurate at all. Negative visualization is about mentally rehearsing potential difficulties so that you build resilience and perspective. Seneca, the Stoic philosopher and advisor to emperors, wrote that we suffer more in imagination than in reality. When you practice negative visualization, you're training your mind to see that most of the things you fear aren't as catastrophic as they seem. This reduces the grip that doubt has on you. Here's how to practice it. Once a week, spend a few minutes imagining losing something you value. It could be your job, your health, a relationship, or even your reputation. Don't dwell in despair. Instead, ask yourself how you would cope, how you would rebuild, and what strengths you would draw upon. This exercise does two things. First, it makes you appreciate what you have right now. Second, it shows you that even in worst-case scenarios, you have the inner resources to survive and even thrive. When doubt whispers that you're not strong enough or that failure would destroy you, you can counter it with the confidence that comes from knowing you've already mentally prepared for adversity. This is the essence of Stoic courage, not the absence of fear, but the readiness to face it. Habit 3. Focus only on what you can control. This is perhaps the most fundamental principle of Stoicism, and one of the most powerful habits for silencing doubt. Doubt often arises when we worry about things outside our control. Will people like me? What if the economy crashes? What if I fail? These questions create endless anxiety because they focus on outcomes and external factors that we simply cannot dictate. Epictetus divided all things into two categories: things within our control and things outside our control. Within our control are our thoughts, judgments, intentions, and actions. Outside our control are other people's opinions, the past, the future, and most external events. When you spend your mental energy worrying about what you cannot control, you drain yourself and invite doubt. But when you focus exclusively on what you can control, you reclaim your power. Here's a practical exercise. Whenever you feel doubt creeping in, pause and ask yourself, is this within my control? If the answer is no, let it go. Redirect your attention to what you can do right now in this moment. If the answer is yes, take action immediately. This habit requires practice because our minds are conditioned to worry about everything. But over time, as you consistently apply this filter, you'll find that doubt loses its hold. You'll stop second-guessing yourself because you'll know that you're doing everything within your power, and that's enough. Habit 4. Build your day around small wins. Confidence isn't built overnight. It's constructed through small, consistent victories. Doubt flourishes when you set unrealistic expectations and then fail to meet them. The Stoics understood the importance of incremental progress. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the impediment to action advances action, and that what stands in the way becomes the way. This means that every small step forward, even if it's through difficulty, is progress. Here's how to apply this habit. Each morning, identify 3 small tasks that you can complete with certainty. These should be simple things that are entirely within your control. Make your bed right 1 page, complete a workout call a friend. As you complete each task, acknowledge your success. This might seem trivial, but these small wins accumulate. They create a foundation of competence and reliability that your mind begins to trust. When doubt arises, you can point to your track record of consistency and say, I show up, I follow through, I am capable. Over time, this habit transforms your self-image. You begin to see yourself not as someone who talks about change, but as someone who makes it happen one small win at a time. Habit 5. Practice voluntary discomfort. The Stoics believed that comfort breeds weakness, and that deliberately exposing yourself to discomfort builds strength. This practice is called voluntary discomfort, and it's a powerful antidote to doubt. When you regularly step outside your comfort zone, you prove to yourself that you can handle difficult situations. This builds a deep reservoir of confidence that doubt cannot easily shake. Seneca practiced this by occasionally living as if he were poor, eating simple food, sleeping on a hard bed, and wearing plain clothes. He did this not because he had to, but to remind himself that he could endure hardship if necessary. You can apply this habit in modern ways. Take cold showers, fast for a day, have a difficult conversation you've been avoiding. Do something that scares you. The point isn't to suffer for suffering's sake. The point is to expand your comfort zone and to teach your mind that discomfort is temporary and manageable. When you do this regularly, doubt loses its power because you've already faced fear and come out stronger on the other side. Habit 6. Cultivate gratitude daily. Gratitude is one of the most underrated tools for silencing doubt. Doubt makes you focus on what's missing, what's wrong, and what you lack. Gratitude shifts your focus to what's present, what's working, and what you have. Marcus Aurelius wrote that when you arise in the morning, think of what a precious privilege it is to be alive, to breathe, to think, to enjoy, to love. This mindset is the antidote to doubt. Here's a simple daily practice. Every evening before bed, write down 3 things you're grateful for. They don't have to be big things. A good conversation, a warm meal, a lesson learned from a mistake. The act of writing them down trains your brain to notice the positive. Over time, this habit rewires your mind. You begin to see opportunities instead of obstacles. You appreciate your progress instead of fixating on your shortcomings. And when doubt tries to convince you that you're not enough, you have a journal full of evidence that says otherwise. Habit 7. Surround yourself with wisdom. The Stoics placed enormous value on surrounding themselves with wise counsel. Epictetus said that the key is to keep company only with people who uplift you, whose presence calls forth your best. Doubt is contagious, and so is confidence. If you spend time with people who constantly complain, criticize, and doubt themselves, that energy will seep into your mindset. But if you surround yourself with people who challenge you, inspire you, and hold you accountable, you'll find that doubt has less room to grow. Here's how to apply this habit. Audit your relationships. Who are the 5 people you spend the most time with? Do they lift you up or drag you down? Seek out mentors, teachers, or friends who embody the qualities you want to develop. Read Stoic texts daily. The words of Marcus Aurelius, Seneca, and Epictetus are like conversations with wise friends. Join communities that align with your values and goals. Remember, you are the average of the people you spend time with. Choose wisely. Habit 8. Embrace failure as feedback. Doubt often stems from the fear of failure, but the Stoics saw failure not as something to be feared, but as something to be embraced. Marcus Aurelius wrote that the obstacle is the way, meaning that every setback is an opportunity for growth. When you reframe failure as feedback, you remove its sting. You stop seeing it as a reflection of your worth and start seeing it as information about what to adjust. Here's the habit. After every failure, ask yourself 3 questions. What did I learn? What can I do differently next time? How does this make me stronger? By asking these questions, you transform failure from a source of doubt into a source of wisdom. You begin to see that failure isn't the opposite of success. It's part of the process. And when you internalize this truth, doubt loses its power because you're no longer afraid to try. Habit 9. Speak to yourself with discipline. The way you talk to yourself matters more than almost anything else. If your inner dialogue is filled with criticism, judgment, and negativity, you'll constantly be plagued by doubt. But if you speak to yourself with discipline, clarity, and encouragement, you'll build unshakable confidence. The Stoics understood this deeply. Epictetus taught that we should be vigilant over our thoughts and words because they shape our reality. Here's a powerful practice. Whenever you catch yourself thinking, I can't or I'm not good enough, pause and reframe it. Replace I can't with, I'm learning how to replace, I'm not good. Enough with I'm improving every day. Replace, what if I fail with what if I succeed? This isn't about toxic positivity. It's about speaking to yourself the way a wise mentor would, with honesty, discipline, and compassion. Over time, this habit reprograms your subconscious mind. Doubt begins to fade because the voice in your head is no longer your enemy. It's your ally. Habit 10. Take responsibility for everything. This is one of the most difficult but most liberating Stoic habits. The Stoics believed that we are responsible for our responses to everything that happens to us. You can't control external events, but you can control how you interpret and respond to them. When you take full responsibility for your life, you stop playing the victim. You stop blaming circumstances, other people, or bad luck. And when you stop blaming doubt as nowhere to hide, here's how to practice this. Whenever something goes wrong, instead of asking, "Why is this happening to me?" ask, "What can I learn from this, and how can I respond?" With virtue, this shift in perspective is empowering. It puts you back in the driver's seat of your life, and when you're in control, doubt fades because you're no longer at the mercy of external forces. Habit 11. Live in alignment with your values. Doubt often arises when there's a disconnect between who you are and how you're living. If you're pursuing goals that don't align with your values, or if you're compromising your integrity to please others, you'll feel a nagging sense of doubt. The Stoics taught that virtue is the highest good. This means living in accordance with wisdom, justice, courage, and self-discipline. When you live in alignment with your values, you build a solid foundation of self-trust. Here's the habit. Identify your core values. What matters most to you? Integrity, family, growth, freedom. Write them down, then audit your life. Are your daily actions aligned with these values? If not, make adjustments. When your actions match your values, doubt disappears because you're living authentically. Habit 12. Reflect on your progress regularly. The final habit is to regularly reflect on your progress. Doubt makes you focus on how far you have to go, but reflection helps you see how far you've come. Marcus Aurelius kept a personal journal where he reflected on his thoughts, actions, and progress. This practice grounded him and reminded him of his growth. Here's how you can do it. Once a week, sit down and review your week. What went well? What challenges did you face? How did you respond? What did you learn? Celebrate your wins, no matter how small. This practice builds momentum. It shows you that you're not standing still, you're moving forward. And when doubt tries to convince you that you're not making progress, you have evidence that says otherwise. Conclusion: a life free from doubt. We've journeyed through 12 powerful Stoic habits that will help you silence your doubts and build unshakable confidence. These habits aren't complicated, but they require consistency, discipline, and commitment. Start with 1 or 2, practice them daily. And over time, you'll notice a profound shift in how you see yourself and the world. Doubt will no longer control you. Instead, you'll move through life with clarity, purpose, and confidence. Remember, the Stoics didn't seek to eliminate all fear or uncertainty. They sought to build the inner strength to face it with courage. And that's exactly what these habits will help you do. Thank you for watching. If this video helped you, please leave a comment with the phrase "I am unshakable." Subscribe to the channel and share this wisdom with someone who needs it. Until next time, stay strong, stay stoic, and keep growing.